YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to do a get to know me and give you some insight on who I am. So for you, those of you that don't know, my name is Brianna and I am from the Bay Area and I am a mom of two, a single mom of two. And I just want to give some advice for the moms out there, whether you're a new mom, an old mom, a young mom, any type of mom. I was a teen mom. I got pregnant with my daughter my senior year of high school. If you see me keep glancing that way, it's because I cut the Degrassi on and it's on mute, but it's still like playing. I've seen it multiple times, but I still watch it as if I've never seen it before. But so I had my daughter when I was 17. In my pregnancy experience, it was not a good one, like at all. My kid's mom, she was not too fond of me, so she made it so difficult. Like during the baby shower that they threw me on the like party favors, she put the baby's name and my kid's dad's name. I wasn't on there like at all, like what the heck. Okay, whatever. And then 3 years later, I did have my son. Me and my kid's dad, we were together for 7 years. We did end up splitting. He was not faithful and just not helping me. And it got to the point where I got tired of doing everything on my own at such a young age. And over the years, just with my daughter, I didn't even know I was pregnant with her. Being so young, I wasn't paying attention to my own body, noticing any changes until I was about like 3, almost 4 months. And then with my son, I actually got pregnant on Depo. So I am one of those people that it can happen. Like, so I did not find out I was pregnant with him until I was 5 months. Literally the day that I went to the hospital, they were like, yeah, it's a boy. Congratulations. Like, oh, okay, great. But yeah, I love my kids. But anyways, so within the time frame, like he just stopped helping. He even went as far as moving to a different city that was over an hour away to work at a McDonald's. You can make the same amount at a McDonald's anywhere. He tried to say, you get more, it's McDonald's. Like, I don't want to hear that. And then come to find out he was cheating on me with a coworker at McDonald's. Which was just like, okay. So when I found that out, I was just done because I was already mentally and physically tapped out of the relationship. I'm waking up, taking my daughter to school, taking a baby with me. Sometimes my grandma would watch the baby, especially if he was still asleep. But if he was up, obviously he's gonna cry. He wants to get in the car with me. So I'd take him with me. He wasn't there for any of that. And then when he did come to visit to come help, he'd sleep. I would leave and I would go out. My grandma was basically watching the kids. So it got to the point where I just told him, you're already cheating, like, I'm done. And he told me, like, he basically felt like since we were together for so long and he's cheated on me in the past and I forgave him, that he just knew that I was never going to leave. Joke's on him. I finally did that. And we have been broken up ever since. Moving forward, my daughter will be 13 this year. My son is turning 10 in a couple of days. He does not help with anything. It's always on me. School supplies, whatever it is that they need, he is fully capable of helping when he's working. He just chooses not to. Recently, we just got into an argument and he said, you wanted to be a single mom, so do the single mom thing. Like, tell me you're hurt without telling me you're hurt. Like, whatever. So moving forward, I won't be asking him for no type of help because I don't get it anyway. And he doesn't see the kids, so there's no point in doing all of that unnecessary stuff. So I've been a single mom for years. And I am not ashamed that I have my kids in high school and like fresh after high school. I still graduated high school. For the young moms and teen moms out there, do not let people discourage you and tell you that you cannot have a life, because you fully can. it might be, harder. Things might be a little more difficult. It may not go on the same track that, it would if you didn't have a kid, but it's still possible. I just finished my medical assistant program and I do plan on either becoming a respiratory therapist or an LPN. I'm still doing research on both to see which one I really want to do. But it's possible, so don't ever let people tell you otherwise. The journey may not be easy, but everybody's journey isn't meant to be easy all the time. That's just how I look at it. But recently, it's kind of been hard for me because being that I am a full-time mother and I've always worked, and I used to be a CNA as well, I do have a very serious back injury. I have a herniated disc in my lower spine, which is causing sciatic nerve pain down my back. So I am in pain 24/7. It's to the point where now they're saying that I need back surgery, and that's hard to think about doing because I'm the only person that takes care of my kids. So being that I would need a whole piece of the disc removed from my spine and something put in place, it's going to take a long time for me to heal. So having to think about that, knowing that I am the only person that is financially responsible for my kids, it just doesn't seem like the right amount of time. But when I get everything situated and everything, I do fully plan on taking the time to get the back surgery. I'm scared, but that is something that I need to do. Like, as a mom, you kind of put yourself on the back burner, especially, putting your kids first, but taking care of your health is putting your kids first as well. So definitely want you guys to follow my journey with that. Some days are better than others, but usually throughout the day, even with driving, I am in pain that does not leave from about a 6 or 7. It stays escalated. It doesn't go down. But yeah, that is who I am. I recently moved back to Las Vegas, Nevada. If you want to hear the story on that, it's in my last video posted. I'm not gonna do too much talking about that anymore. I just also want to say that in relationships and friendships, it is okay to realize when something isn't for you anymore. I don't wish no bad things or ill intent on nobody, but when a relationship isn't for you and when it's burnt out, and especially friendships, it's okay to step back. There's no issues, we have no issues, but we have outgrown each other, and it's okay to leave that friendship and leave it where it is. No, there's no beef, but you gotta keep going with life. But I am also going to be doing apartment tours. If you are living in Vegas or want to possibly move to Vegas, I will be having a bunch of apartment tours with the pricing and everything, so you guys can already kind of see and look at it, making it a little easier for you. But being a single mom, I've had a couple of relationships in the past that were not easy. I've dealt with a domestic violence, situation that I didn't think I was ever going to be able to kind of get out of. You can do it. It's possible. It's not the end. If you are ever in that situation, know when to leave. Understand that there is help and there is resources out there as well, but do not stay in an unsafe situation. Please do not do that. But just a little bit more about me in general. My kids, since they are older now, they're getting into sports, and oh my god, like, sports for the kids are so expensive. I also do not have no like mom friends. I do have friends, but not mom friends. So if you are in the Vegas area and you're a single mom or a mom in general that have kids that want to do play dates or something, comment, and we can always link up. But being a single parent, it has its days where it definitely takes its toll on you. Like, there's days when I break down and cry because I'm legit tired. Like, and it's not that I can't get a break, it's just that I'm the only person that ever really took care of my kids. You know, my mom helps like pick them up from school and little stuff like that from time to time, but when it's always all on you, it becomes so overwhelming because it's like everything is on you. Every little cent and dime is to bills and kids. It's hard to kind of do something for yourself. And, you know, they always say don't lose yourself in being a mom, which I get. But for the mothers like me that do not have the other parents help, the whole family does not really help. They don't ask if they need anything for school. You know, kids grow every single day. So it's just like when you don't have that help, it becomes hard and it takes a toll. And to know that like I have to have a full-on back surgery and they have not like approved my disability yet. And if you don't know, that takes a long time to get approved because they don't want to really approve nobody anyway. So it's been a lot. Like, I've been dealing with this back thing since 2016. And what happened was I was living with my grandma at her mom's house, and my great grandma passed away, so the bank wanted the house back. And so they told us that we had 30 days to get out. So we knew that the sheriffs were coming the next morning. Everything was packed up and ready to go. They came knocking on the door. They said, you have an hour to get what you can, and we'll give you a date when you can pick everything else up. My kid's dad was supposed to show up and help. He never showed up. So I only grabbed the kids' stuff. And one of the bins that had the clothes in it was so heavy that I personally should have not been picking it up. I picked it up anyway, and I felt a pinch in my back. And ever since then, it has been killing me. And now the disc is so herniated that it's just bone to bone, like rubbing together, causing the sciatic nerve pain as well. So it's a lot. And I am just in pain a lot, but I still fight through it and go to work even though I'm not supposed to. But I have 2 kids to take care of, you know? And people didn't think that I was gonna make it to where I am today. Like, I just had a 3-bedroom house, but I had chose to move back to take care of my grandma to California. She did end up passing away. So I chose to move back to Vegas. But, you know, I've never needed the help. I wanted the help because why should it be all on me when you are here, you are capable, you just don't want to parent. And that happens sometimes. And you just got to keep moving forward. Cry it out. I have cried so much these past 2 weeks. I don't even think I have any tears left to cry out. But you just have to keep going when you're a mom and don't let things like get you down or stop you. So with the apartment tours, I'm gonna get into that. I look in Henderson, kind of in the middle, like the Spring Valley area, and I'll be looking on the north side as well. So those are kind of the good sides. They're not too far from everything. So if you're working or something like that, they're not far. I have like 3 apartments that I toured last week that are on the previous video before this one. But with that being said, I just want all the mothers out there to know you are not alone. No matter what kind of mother you are not alone. Don't ever let nobody tell you otherwise. If you are feeling down and depressed, just know you are doing the best that you can, even if you feel like it's not. Your kids don't realize that you are depressed unless you're truly acting on it. But to them, you're probably the best parent in the world, and that's what matters the most. So just always keep going no matter what. Also, especially to the young moms out there, if you have no one, this channel will be a safe channel. You can always comment, get my Instagram, which I will figure out how to put in my bio today, my Instagram, my TikTok. Message me. I'm super friendly, so you don't have to worry about that. If you have any questions or just want some advice or just need somebody to talk to, I am always an open ear and will try to give you the best advice to my advantage. But recently, living out here in Vegas, I was doing medical assistant work and mental health work. My back is so bad that I cannot be on my feet for that many hours anymore. So I'm now looking into going back to caregiving just because it's easier on my back. I am able to kind of sit down and rest my back for a little while. So that's what I'm doing. I actually have 2 interviews tomorrow. So yeah, I was gonna like do my makeup or something, but it's already late. As you can see, like the sun is going down, so I'm not going to do my makeup just to have to wipe it off. But if I have time in the morning, I will do it before my interviews. That I can say that I will do. Sorry about that. So I did have like a over the phone interview and they want me to start like tomorrow. So she called through with some other information. But yeah, so that's pretty much my life. It's dedicated to my kids, and I have 1 boy and 1 girl. But right now, I'm just trying to take the next steps into getting the back surgery, looking into more details on it. I did look for other alternatives, and everything that they basically said that I could do for alternatives, I've already done them. So this is like when it's serious. It is very hard to think about, you know, the recovery process, you know, when it comes to your back, learning how to basically walk and stand up. And just being able to take care of my children. Like, I want to do it as soon as possible, but another part of me is like, maybe I should wait till summer. They're out of school. They can kind of help me if I need it, but I don't have to worry about who's going to take my kids to school in the morning, who's going to pick them up, take them to their activities, you know, different things like that. And I do have a boyfriend now. I would do a different story time about that, and just I'll do like a every relationship and how you can find love type of video, because don't think that it's not out there either. I was very one of those girls that I was done. Like, no, I didn't want nothing. I wasn't looking for nothing, but it can happen. For the new moms out there, I just want you all to know, don't worry about if you're doing something right or wrong. There is no book on how to be a good parent. You have to learn the ropes and learn your own ways of doing things. The way you do things, or the way somebody else does things, I should say, is not always going to be for you. So figure it out on your own. Take the time, take a breather, you know. And then for the moms that's been doing this, I just want to say, you're doing a great job. Keep going. Don't let people tell you otherwise. On the days that you feel at your lowest, just look at those children, and as long as they're healthy, you know that you're doing the best that you can do. Because at the end of the day, that is all we can do, is the best that we can do. Everything and every day is not going to be perfect. Ever since I decided to move back to California and then realized that just wasn't where I wanted to be. It's just too much living in California. Paying over $2,500 for a 3-bedroom is not realistic. Like, California really needs to, I don't know what needs to happen. Like, even making $30 an hour, that's not enough. It wasn't enough. So that is why I did choose to move to Vegas, because the rent wise is cheaper. I do know they get paid less, way less, but that is the risk you take when the rent is cheaper. When I first moved out here, I could not find a job. I wasn't getting any callbacks. I was filling out multiple applications and they were not calling me. Like, it didn't matter if I tweaked the resume to fit the job description, they were still not calling. But after my grandma's funeral, strangely, like, I had got 10 plus interviews in a week. I had came out here and stayed for a week and did all the interviews. I got 2 to 3 job offers. The 2 that I took and accepted, they were great jobs, paying really well for Vegas. Unfortunately, because of my back, I had to end up quitting. So that is really what sucks with having this back issue. It's become discouraging just because the things that I used to do over time, the doctors did not take me serious when I kept telling them my back hurts, my back is killing me. I felt like they felt like because I'm so young that it's not that serious. They kept doing x-rays when they needed to be doing MRIs because they couldn't see what was wrong on their x-ray. When they finally did do the MRI, it was already pretty bad. They tried to start me out with physical therapy, and I did it when I could. It was not strengthening the disc. It wasn't working. And then as time went on, it just kept getting worse. They started doing the steroid cortisone injections in my spine, and those were helping for a really long time until they stopped. They won't give me any pain medication for it. I've been taking 1,000 freaking ibuprofen, which is not good for your liver to just be taking that many ibuprofen, to the point where I stopped and I just deal with the pain. I was getting off of work crying. That's how much pain I was in. I just would cry and cry because I'm legit in pain. This is killing me. And it just seems like they're not listening. They weren't taking it serious to the point where now it's that serious to where I have to have surgery. That was never supposed to be like an option for me. So it is very, very overwhelming, but I do have the support I need. It's just, I can't decide to go get surgery without knowing where my income is going to come from to keep the roof over our head. Even though I'm in the process of moving, still have to have somewhere to be to heal. So I am looking into just doing in-home care because that can at least help me get into a new place. Unfortunately, due to the back situation, I didn't work as much last year, so I'm not getting like that much back in tax money. Like, it's not enough to help like with a deposit and all of that. So I'm gonna just try to do in-home care to make the money for that, to get me into this place as soon as possible. But that is just an introduction to who I am. Again, I am Brianna and welcome to my channel. Also, if this helps, I am a Gemini. I am a Gemini. My son is an Aquarius and my daughter is a Libra. So we're all air signs. My sister who passed away, her and my daughter share the same birthday. And then my grandma's birthday is coming up. It's February 4th. And my son's birthday is like 3 days or 2 days after hers. So it's just crazy because my mom's birthday is also the day before my daughter's. So a lot of air energy going around. But I just want to let all the mothers know that you are not alone, and every day will be different, but just keep going and just keep fighting. Hopefully you are willing to stay with me on my journey of getting a new place, basically starting over and getting surgery and healing, on how that is going to go. This video is not going to be too long, just an introduction really to who I am, but I am going to make another video on trying to find love, or just finding love after dealing with a serious heartbreak, DV relationships, and more. that's gonna be a fun video. So I'm kind of excited to do that. But for now, this is just who I am, very raw and uncut. No makeup, no anything. This is just my everyday look, you know, nothing. My hair does look like this 90% of the time because I don't feel like doing it, no. Here and there I'll probably straighten it, you know, depending on the event, but I'm trying to keep no heat in my hair until my birthday, which is in June. I am a June Gemini. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Look for my next apartment tour. I'm touring 2, hopefully 3 apartments tomorrow. So I will have that uploaded by tomorrow night as well. Again, tomorrow I will be doing Henderson only. So you have that to look forward to because Henderson is really nice. That's where I used to live. That's where my house was. It was like the new part of Henderson off of St. Rose. It was just so quiet over there. But I mean, the area was really, really nice. Very bougie. It was nice, but I like a little bit of noise. It kind of seemed like the birds weren't even chirping over there. Like, there was just nothing going on for real. No noise, no anything. And I don't know, being from California, we hear stuff outside. You know, the Bay Area, you hear a lot. I want to hear something. Birds or something. You know, it don't gotta necessarily be no sirens, but I want to hear something. So, this is my favorite lip gloss. Anything by Broadway is great, but this one is the chocolate. It actually smells like chocolate, but I'm gonna put that in my purse before I lose it. And yeah, so thank you for watching and getting to know me a little bit better. And stay tuned for my next video. I actually am going to be speaking with the surgeon soon, so I will also do just like a mini, since you will be following me on my journey for that, telling you guys what's going on every step of the way. So just stay tuned. I will ask you to like and subscribe. If you don't feel like commenting, that is perfectly fine, but if you do, please do so as well. And thank you.